Come on, let's go. Speaking of Aurum, what about it? Oh, was the Aurum fixed? Probably not. For the DMS acid gas situation that we talked about a while ago. Yeah, no, probably not. You can always crawdad the chest full of ash. Yeah. But so the plan here. Do I still have it? There. Yes, I do. Good. I don't know why I didn't set this up initially, because I totally have the fuel to do this. Oh, I'm off a little bit. I'm off just a tiny bit. Success. So yeah. By the way, that's enough to void a yellow belt. A yellow belt. So, yeah, just stacking the ash, voiding the stacked ash. Pretty simple. That should get this moving again. Ideally. It's moving. It's moving. Ever so slowly, but it's moving. That means this moves again, and that means we're now making non-zero amounts of the sulfuric acid again, and everything is glorious, beautiful, magnificent. And this is a very closed system on these seeds, by the way. This is a closed seed system, the way I have this currently set up. Oh, that would be... That would be handy. I didn't even notice this was a ghost this whole time. Didn't even realize that was a ghost the whole time. I should have access to the Mark II cooling tower at this point. I should be able to make it. Yeah, I can make the Mark II cooling tower, and I can make the Mark II combustion turbines. In fact, that's probably what I'm going to go do once I've sorted out a lot of these bottlenecks that I currently have. How is the power doing? What? Wasn't this supposed to be like 1 gigawatt? Wasn't this like at a gigawatt just earlier? Now we're at 300s. This was at a gigawatt, but now stuff seems to have backed up dramatically. The power draw, where's the Tholen atmospheric extractor dropped off? The Tholens were really high. The Tholens went up and then dropped off. Yeah, Tholens were way up there and then fell. Interesting. We had this sudden spike of Tholen stuff. I mean, I'm not... When it comes to the voiding of steam using the tailings pond, my thought is not the UPS friendliness of it. I know that it's actually very bad on UPS. Doing By the way, doing tailings pond voiding is very bad on UPS because that is a script that is running, and it's inherently doing a lot of checks, and it's constantly doing stuff, and that will inherently cost more performance over using even just the extra entities of doing the recipes on the cooling towers. But no, the point of the tailings ponds, well, I guess in this case it wouldn't. Well, the point is that I don't have to have a closed loop system. The point is to avoid doing the closed loop system completely, to not have to worry about anything that the developers do that may inadvertently void any fluid in a closed loop system. That's what I'm trying to avoid, is exactly what had happened during 17 experimental build development. Anyway, so this has stopped again because, oh, you know, alien sample twos. I found another bottleneck, folks. I found a bottleneck. I think I found another bottleneck. Wait, what? More. Like, just bring more. I have more. Bring more. Just bring more of the plastic and just make this. So I'm gonna need a few more of these. I'm going to be out of fiber. So remember this bottleneck previously. So I've built the plastic. Hello, the gentleman's thoughts. Welcome to the last 22-ish minutes of the stream today. I've got circuit 2s. We got the circuit 2s today, and technically we technically got the circuit 2s today and the proper blue science. So now we're beginning this long process of smashing as many bottlenecks in the system as possible. Because building the infrastructure is one thing. Building the infrastructure so that it's constantly moving is another matter entirely. So yeah, we have to do that. So it looks like the alien sample 2s are now properly moving. The problem is this is only 0.07 on the sample 2s. And that gets shared even with the blue science, so that's slightly problematic. If I want to perpetually feed 2 of these, I will need another alien sample tier 2. Is there any other good use for heavy oil besides lube? Like the vanilla heavy oil? Probably not. Like vanilla heavy oil into lube. I guess there's a briquettes recipe, but I don't think that's the proper briquettes recipe that you'll want to use for this. For these purposes. For these porpoises, you're probably doing this one for the briquette purposes. I mean, you need heavy oil if you plan on doing the molten if you plan on doing higher aluminium and titanium processing. And zinc. You need it for the higher level raw ores processing, and you need it for this tin rare earth. Tin rare earth. You can make kerosene out of it. I'm making gasoline out of it, technically, I think. I think that's my gasoline recipe that I'm currently using. Yeah. Stuff. There's some use for it. some. Okay, what is my limiting factor here? I mean, this makes enough for 20. That's wow. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. That is not gonna stay as it is. Nah, 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 nah. Nah, 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 nah. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Uh that is not gonna stay as it is. Uh oh boy. We are fixing that right the hell now. That needs to change immediately. Yeah, just please turn that off. Really? Have actual real ammonia. Have have the have the not. Have the not urea ammonia. I would rather not the urea ammonia. That sounds like an awful idea. Urea ammonia is not. Please, once you get access to the alternatives, don't do it. Like, please, God, don't do it. You take DNA polymerase as 0.07, so I do need to scale this as well. So, bottlenecks. Looks like I'm good on that. Hmm? Yeah, so that there. Ta-da! Yes, bring the glorious things, all my beautiful robots. Beautiful, glorious robots. So I need more DNA polymerase in order to make sure that these two both are moving constantly, but I may not have enough Vrauk cocoons. I'm gonna place that down to see what other alternatives there are. So... Oh. I think I'm okay on the Vrauk cocoons. Um, yes, we only have this one for that recipe, but it's the retrovirus that will be the concern, most likely. Let's get rid of those things. Retrovirus, retrovirus, retrovirus. Wherefore art thou, retrovirus? You, I think, exist here. Alright, so I've got some retrovirus. I've got a bit of the retrovirus. That's fine. And the plasmids and Moss gene. That was actually fixed. Moss gene samples. They are the gene samples. Okay. that will inherently boost my production on thingies. Autosave. But I know I have more of you. So please bring more of the everything. A bit more of the everything. Oh, I think it's actually, is it limited by the swing speed on the inserter? Do I need stack inserters? I can totally make stack inserters now. Just, by the way, in case you were wondering, I can make stack inserters now, but products finished 2. Products finished 0. You're not getting... What's eating my stack inserters? What? Oh, I think I know. I think I know. But I didn't think I had these set up. I don't have these set up. So why? Do I have another stack filter somewhere? I don't know. I do not know. But I can actually use these now as well. Just for reference moment. Or am I requesting it for me? I'm requesting it for me! I'm the requester here. Right. So, about that. Yeah. I have these things. Yeah. That's okay. So I've got some stack inserters now. I've also got a mod that, as you saw, gives ultra fast inserters. I am only going to use them if I absolutely need the throughput for them. I'm going to try to not use them if I don't need the throughput for them. Alright, Immortal, see you next time, ideally. We've got about 12-ish minutes left, and I don't see myself as doing much of anything. Ah, biosamples. Biosamples. Now, how do the chests look for the biosamples? Now we're getting into some actual real bottlenecks here. Now we're getting into some more interesting bottlenecks. Okay, yeah. So, killing a biosample bottleneck. Well, step 1. I do have mining productivity at 20% right now. Which means that these containers are going an extra 20% for their cost. So we can think of being able to get 20% more out of what we throw at it. So the thing about the biosamples is that it's steel, lead, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So it's steel, glass, lead, and titanium. Steel, glass, lead, and titanium. One of each. I think it's one of each. Something along these lines. To feed into a single container. And you feed in one of each and you get 1.2 2-ish out. However, the speed of these has changed a little bit over time, so I now no longer am even capable of... I'm not consuming all of my containers, which means this is a fairly simple fix. I just need more collectors. Or whatever the heck they're called. Yes, collectors. I actually got it right? What is this shenaniganry? How did I actually get the name of a building correct? Oh boy. A name of a building I'm apparently not making any of at the moment. Huh. Well, that's unfortunate. I should probably be making those. I should probably be making those. As it turns out, I just didn't put the thing on. As it turns out, I just wasn't requesting any of it. Go, my minions, do the thing. Do the glorious stuffs. It is very nice that I am getting some stack inserters going. I do enjoy seeing the stack inserters happening. What I would like even more is to see some Mark II combustion turbines happening. Do I even have a spot for combustion turbines? I don't remember. I don't remember. I don't think so. I may not actually have a spot for my 3 combustion turbine thingies. But that is a fairly easy fix. Those are all in use. I'll do these 3. What is combustion turbines? Which thingy? You. How am I not doing these? I'm pretty sure that these are used as an ingredient for some other stuff. Where would they be? Could have sworn they get used as an ingredient for some stuff. Well, anyway, if it's in here, it's like lost. Lost to my eyes, so we'll just make more. As simple as that. We will merely make more. And I've got all these things. I have all of these things, technically. Technically. So we can begin to progress. I could also like do the I could do this. We could do Mark II oh. Right. We could do Mark II research centers. What's the yeah, difference of crafting speed 2 versus 1. Double the crafting speed. Yeah, that sounds nifty. That sounds nifty. Mark II research centers? Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna get a stack inserter. Congratulations. You have a stack inserter now. Carrying twice the amount of stuff as a regular inserter per swing. Should theoretically have the neuroprocessors, but it looks like they're not delivering any, so it looks like I've gone through my backlog of those. So now they're going to be competing with PyScience as well. Congratulations, you shall now compete. Would help if I actually, set the logistic request to actually bring in Cermet. so that I could actually continue to make neuroprocessors. That sounds like a wonderful idea, actually. Would be nice if that were to happen. This is also a lot of stuff again, so in with the stack inserter, the glorious stack inserter, because yeah, that's a very fast cycle speed and a lot of individual ingredients. This would actually probably be a good time to use one of those ultra fast inserters. That would be something I would consider using one of the ultra fast inserters for. Hey, they're bringing things. Yay. Thank you for things. Thank you for things. And Biosample, of course. Of course. But hey, we've got our 10 collectors, so as our... probably the last thing I end up doing today, where is my Crawdaddy? The Crawdaddy is up here. I will add a few more collectors for additional biosamples. Additional biosamples required. Off we go! Clear to the other side of the base of the bus. We're going from one end to the other. Okay, park. By the way, I totally have another biosample thing here. Biosamples. One of the few resources that is not limited by the resource patch size. One of very few things that's not limited by the size of the resource patch. But is instead limited exclusively to the fuel that you throw at it. The ability to make the fuel. Alright, we have doubled our output. We have, quote-unquote, doubled our output. I don't even know if I'm, like, getting enough stuff here. So this green line cycle should be exactly equivalent to this red on the output. So this will do a complete cycle for every complete red output. But the bottom one is the productivity bar. So for every 5 complete cycles, we get an extra unit of stuff for free. Because we have 20% productivity. So every 5 is 100% to give an extra thing. An extra doohickey! Now, as I said, it's in quotes on the 4 because this is going to not be backed up anymore. I will consume everything and then it'll be actually limited to the input of the containers. So, not actually going to be getting the 4 forever for the 0.96 biosamples per second. Oh joy. Oh joy, oh bliss. What's the actual output here? Half! Half! What is it now? 7.5. 0.75. What's 0.75 times 1.2? 0.9. That's a lot closer. That's a lot closer to the actual ability of those 4. Still below, but you know what? I think it works. I think it works just fine. And you know, just for my own giggles, just for my own giggles, we'll double it. We'll double it. 1.5. We'll double it again. 2.25. I wonder what he's gonna do. Stupid poles. Do I even need those poles? Hell no, I don't even need those poles. I don't need these stinking poles. That was a completely redundant set of power poles. Not needed for anything. They aren't needed for anything at all. Ta-da! So 1.92 divided by, or times 0.8, is 1.536. That's how many of these containers I need. 1.536. Which means that I now actually have enough extra for even more than this, but hey. I think... Oh, that's 10. 8. 8 is what I have here. Yeah, 1.92. It's like I have enough excess to do more, a bit more, to actually saturate this particular patch. So hey, more sufficient. We are ever so slightly more sufficient on our bio containers, or our biosamples, I should say. Our glorious biosamples, not to be confused, by the way, with biological samples. These are two very different, separate concepts that exist in the Pi suite. You have the biosamples, which are these, one word, biosample, and these are a mined resource. And then you have the biological sample 01s, or the biological sample 1s, which are like actual like sample stuff of life, and it requires these. Whoops. That's plastic. It requires the biosamples. Here, biological samples. Require actually bone meal, incubated petri dishes, and Relesia seeds. So it's not even... You don't even need biosamples for biological samples. Oh boy. It's interesting naming conventions. That's my point. Interesting choice of names. Of naming of things. I am requesting a stack of each of those. I need to, like, review this at some point. Be like, oh hey, please, just 50. Like, just 50 is good. Clean up some of that inventory space. I need some inventory space. Also, I apparently have 43 stack inserters now. We're getting a little bit closer to ideal. So how you doing? Still in need of the biosamples, huh? Well, just you wait. You'll have more sufficient quantities going forward of those. And yeah, so it's about 5 past the hour to end off the stream for the day, folks. In terms of actual progress, there wasn't too much of that today, but we hit some important milestones. The pair of the, like, really incredibly important milestones of getting Circuit 2s and getting the blue science. That is what we did today. So over the course of the day, today, managed to get nickel, wherever that is, nickel on the trains, nickel ore on the trains, followed by getting the aluminium pulp 1 on the trains, and then getting the ore molybdenum ore on a train to make cermet here at the main bus, or the main mall area. Making cermet and making all the other things for the Circuit 2 once that was properly set up. Cermet's now also required for the neural processors, so just bear that in mind going forward. Like, hey, another thing to have in mind at all times. So yeah, making the stuff, making the things. I have all of the stuff and things now for the Circuit 2s and the Blue Science. And then it's just a matter of going through and upgrading. That's what we've focused on since that point for this second half, is just finding and fixing bottlenecks. In particular, dramatically improved, actually, the output of plastic. Dramatically improved the output of plastic all the way down here. All the way down here. Granted, it looks like I absolutely need more production of iron oxides. Granted, I think I need a few more iron oxides to do this properly, but yeah, just decided, hey, let's take low distillates, make BTX out of the low distillates to make ethylene. Which I'm totally doing, by the way, all the way, or I'm doing something similar all the way over at plastic, I thought? No, I'm doing something completely different. I'm doing styrene over here. I'm doing naphtha. Right. Right, that's what I was thinking with the BTX. Right, I was doing BTX. Oh, right. So this is crude oil into naphtha and BTX, and I'm using the BTX. Right, right. That's the thing. But over here, I'm doing this ethylene recipe using BTX, made from the stripped distillates rather than out of crude oil directly, crude oil naphtha, which I think is also in one of those machines. But anyway, so things. Got that done. And then have been like going around fixing broken stuff. Fixing broken stuff. Like stuff that was totally not breaking my entirety of my production of my sulfuric acid. You know, just casual stuff. But anyway, I think with that, folks, I would like to thank you all for watching. This has been Otaku Showboat. If you have been watching the VODs on YouTube, do not forget to comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and if you are so inclined, head on over to twitch.tv/OtakuShowboat to leave a follow to be notified when I go live Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays from 10 a.m. to approximately 1 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. You can do all of the social stuff through the links below the video, including supporting Pyandon's mods development at patreon.com/Pyandon, and myself at patreon.com/OtakuShowboat. I will, of course, be back on Thursday, where we will continue to bop as many bottlenecks as we can, ideally. Yeah, I need to keep going. I need to keep doing fiber, and yeah, I need to just find them and bop them, as I go through and start to scale up a lot of the back-end stuff that I've been procrastinating about, like cobalt extract. But anyway, I will see you all then.